when the evil of night descends the land, with completion in order, this hexad of signs mark the beginning of the Great Conjunction. In the House of Durst, the ghosts unborn, through life, unlife, unliving shall scorn. The soon drowned child of Bistani descent either feeds or denies the great serpent. Waiting for years, Devil's Son will rise to stand up against evil. Curse breakers arrive. The light of night shining over the dead will shudder and fail, turning all to red. Inahira will make his fortunes reverse, dooming all to live forever cursed. The bodiless shall journey to the time before, where happiness to hate creates land and lore. Beware the Dukar, for he and he alone may bring these 6 signs, destroying our home. Last time on D&D. The party finds themselves again in the crypt of Azalin Rex, the savior, or however you look at it, corrupter of Dragar. A pact in death is not light of its consequences. We find ourselves down in darkness. Last time in here we found the prophecy room and basically figured out that you had to read the prophecy and this door opened. And in this next door, you guys walked in, and after fighting the spirit of Azalin and 2 bone claws, which was a crazy fight, and Trevor actually lost his life for a brief moment, got knocked unconscious.
Well, died and then was knocked unconscious.
And so when you guys went into the next room, which is this beautiful room here, blue fire erupts from everywhere in this entire room. The only thing that's in the room that catch your eye is this giant book. Can you guys hear the music at all?
Yeah, but the fan feels good.
No, but the fan feels awesome.
Oh yes. So the only thing that floats in the center of this room is this huge book that spins before your eyes, and it's on this blue. It has blue fire. The the runes inside of the book also are igniting in a blue ink. And the book floats about 15 to 20 feet up in the air. As you guys approached into the room, Dragar couldn't help but get attracted to the giant door, which has a wood carving of Azalin almost hovering down upon the looker. After briefly looking up at this, you notice that the carving is missing one of its skeletal lich hands, a hole where a missing piece. The carving of Azalin looks down at you and declares, "Only the strength of my champion could dream to best me in a good old-fashioned arm wrestle." And at that very moment, the cold black wood almost begins to produce vapor off of it. That as Dragar, you're kind of pretty close up to it at this point. and you can like you're just looking at this giant carving of Azalin, and you can feel the cold literally emanating off of this door. You can actually see it forming before your very eyes. And just you standing where you are, the door has like a very cold presence to it. What do you do?
I try and find the best way to open the door. And wrenching, I guess by trying to wrench it, is the thing's arm in a what position to do so?
What do you mean?
The skeletal arm.
Callan has that.
No, I'm talking about the Azalin on the carving.
Yeah, so there's just a huge wooden carving of Azalin, who's like going like this, basically like leaning forward in like a hooded form. And both of his skeletal arms are where the black holes are, and you know that they're missing.
One is.
And that's one, yes. One is missing.
I put. Who has the one right now the most?
Talon.
Colin, come here.
The what? The puzzle piece, I guess you have it?
The skeletal hand.
I got it? I don't know.
One of us
Who
does.
actually
You picked it up and started scratching your back with it last
Yeah.
session.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Alright, I give it to Dragar. I give it to
Okay, Callan,
You
as you
just
walk
check it.
into this room, giant blue flames burn all around you. Yet, you don't feel the heat coming off of them. As you walk through the flames, you pass underneath a giant book that floats above you about 10 to 15 feet and beautifully levitates and burns in a blue flame encasing it, trapped. And it rotates slowly. And it kind of like is awe. It like makes you very curious about it.
Oh,
Can't it like catches your attention is what I'm trying to say.
okay.
As you like walk up, what do you do?
I give the claw thing to him, and then I yell for Petalwick to try and get up there. Like, throw him up there.
He can levitate.
Or, yeah, I think he can levitate, right? Can he levitate? He was a ball, right?
He-
Ball, Wyatt?
Yeah, Fiddlewick can levitate it. Yes, he can. So you like telepathically tell Piddlewick to start floating up there,
Okay.
and Piddlewick rolls his eyes and slowly starts floating up towards this giant book that's just on
As
fire.
Petalwick catches on fire.
Dragar, Callan just handed you the skeletal hand,
Which one is it, right or left?
and right at that very moment, you guys kind of look over, and Piddlewick is like eye level with this giant book, which is about as big as Piddlewick, and he's just like looking at it, and he's like lit up with the blue fire that's producing off of this book.
Like on fire? Like he's on fire?
The book is. Piddlewick is. Piddlewick's just kind of right in front of it.
Oh.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Which hand is it, right or left?
Which one do you try?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. What does the little skeleton hand in my hand look like? Is it a right hand or is it a left hand?
Roll a wisdom
God
check
damn.
for me.
Right or left?
As you guys look over at Dragar studying the
So,
skeletal
he is
hand,
barbarian.
and he cannot figure out which one is this. Is if it's a left or a right.
17.
You're pretty
18.
confident that it could be a left hand, but at the same time, if you flip it over, it could be a right hand.
God damn it.
It kind of confuses you a little bit.
I run up there and I want to see if I can tell what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, Trigger, let me look at it. I grab it, I'm like, 7.
Well, I rolled a 17, so that was my answer. So I just go to the first hand. I go to the right hand side and I try that hand, the bone hand, on the closest one I'm at.
Wasn't you saying he was pretty sure it was a left hand
Dragar, as you walk up to this one, we cut back over to Piddlewick. What does Piddlewick do?
Jumps on it. Jumps on the book.
He does?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, as soon as you like look over at Piddlewick, and Piddlewick just like gives you this look again as like you know, in
Just look at disgust.
yes. He actually like gets up close and just barely even gets close enough to it, and just boom! This ginormous ball of fire just explodes, and Piddlewick is going to be taking 14 damage of blue flame as it just explodes off, and I'm pretty sure Piddlewick literally explodes right there
Oh, well.
Yeah, put him back
into a
there.
bunch of little pieces again.
It's like somebody. We're gonna have to figure out a new way to get this little.
And the book still spins, like unharmed.
Now, is that because he got above the book?
I immediately began putting it back together.
Okay, roll an intelligence for me.
Well, that's an 18.
Can I
Beautiful.
cast 2 cantrips at once?
Yeah. What do you do, Percy, as Callan runs over and
I
starts
wanna
fixing
cast
Piddlewick?
Mage Hand, but before I go to reach for it, I want to cast Frostbite on the Mage Hand to coat it like in an icy kind of like coating.
Okay.
The Mage Hand, so like when it reaches in, hopefully it just burns away the ice layer so I can grab the book and pull her out.
Alright. I like it.
Yes. That's why I threw my familiar at it.
I just said things.
That's a little better, I guess.
Go for it, Betty.
You could have asked me to grab it. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't know, but you could probably.
You guys see Percy. There we go. Now I'm feeling it. That's a lot
That's why I
better.
threw an inanimate object at it.
Well, is he inanimate? He's not really inanimate.
Okay, so you guys see Percy form this mage hand in front of you. And then immediately, with his other hand, starts producing ice off of it and covering his mage hand in this icy form. As you reach up, you grab onto this book. The flame does melt away the ice, and the mage hand is able to grab onto the book. And as soon as you snap it, the book shut, as you grab it, all of the flames in the entire room go out, and the book is just in your hand, in the mage hand now. You like bring it over, and it's like an 8-pound tome. It's pretty damn big, actually.
Oh, this is like a big book.
Yeah, and it like
I'll
drops.
have to study this later.
Everywhere-
Show her my bag of holding.
Nice. Everywhere in this room is now like very dim light, and especially because of Piddlewick, who
Still.
after about 10 to 15 minutes, Callan actually
Is
fixes.
there like chandeliers or something that were just like lit with blue flame, or is it just
It was
from
literally
that?
just everywhere.
Okay, so there's no chandeliers or nothing or nothing.
No.
No, since it took him about James.
Yeah.
Since it took him about 15 minutes to put a Piddlewick back together, does
Yeah.
that give us the benefit of a short rest?
No. The short rest is 1 hour.
Okay.
All right, Dragar. As you walk up, all of this is happening simultaneously. And actually, Callan, it doesn't take you 15 minutes. It takes you like 15 seconds.
Okay, he's already done it once.
Yeah, sorry. I just meant to say seconds. And so Callan, Dragar, as soon as you walk up, Azalin turns his head towards you. You hear with a bunch of cracks. Hello, my champion. I'm impressed you made it down here. The bones crack with every movement of the skeletal jaw, mere 10 feet in front of you, as you have the skeletal hand. What do you do?
Put it into the little hand thing.
Put it in there with a it pops in there. You can feel it get into the groove as the skeletal hand rotates up and is open palmed towards you for a wrestling match.
What happens if he doesn't?
A small little table of stone forms out of the ground, and the skeletal hand of Azalin puts it on the table.
I enter my rage. You got to be kidding me.
You rage?
Yeah, my rage.
Alright, you rage. And as soon as you grab hands with Azalin, you can feel that there's no budging this thing. As Dragar, you're getting pissed. You're like, come on, ooh, that's another good roll. You can feel it coming, like, you're with all your strength, this thing's just barely budging.
Come on, get a good roll.
As your strength comes up. Natural 19. You guys look over at Dragar and he like grabs onto the edge of the fucking table and he starts like pulling it back up to center. Right about here, you actually lose 4 strength points. You can feel, you guys see this green light off of your actual strength, Jake. So maybe make a note on like this little side paper. You can see this green light come off of the skeletal arm, and as you guys are looking at Dragar, you can see his muscles just bulging from ripping back and forth, and you can visually see them getting smaller as Dragar keeps resisting with this thing. Dragar, make another strength check. You guys are up like this. You can feel your strength actually depleting. Ooh.
Oh yeah, he's cheating. You have to help.
Advantage.
He's cheating.
Roll again.
How do we know?
Because
Roll,
he
Jake.
because he just said that we can all see his muscles going down.
I'm like 30 feet away, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You guys see Dragar just struggling. You can actually he looks back a little bit briefly. He's just in pure pain. As you guys hear you guys can see actually Dragar's whole entire shoulder like pops out of place, and you can see that his veins like are starting to pop in his arm and shit. And you can see him like getting smaller and smaller. You like look, he's like going like this. He's just in absolute pain. He starts screaming. He starts becoming more gaunt, more gaunt.
Hold person.
As it goes.
Dragar.
What are you trying to do?
I want to like hold his arm in place and then like support it with my magic and start pushing it back the other way.
Damn.
Strength.
Okay, roll strength. Go ahead and add.
Hold person. No, I'm gonna have my spell modifier.
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
using my strength.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Natural 19 plus 9.
Damn. Okay, Dragar, what was your roll?
28.
Dang, just with dude, you can see Dragar. You're actually like, don't worry about rolling, Dragar. You're like coming back. You can feel it, but you're about to snap. Your arm just popped out of place, and all of a sudden you feel this warm energy come through you as Percy like grabs onto you and uses his spell to actually bring it back up to forward. Now you guys are up again. You can feel him coming.
Hand, and I start pushing the opposite way to help him.
Damn, Dragar, roll. Go ahead and roll. You have advantage.
Natural 19.
You guys roll again. Natural 1.
Natural
Dang.
19.
As you guys are all pushing, you guys, Dragar's elbow, snap, and just breaks. All of a sudden, Callan, you just see Callan whip this mage arm out, and you guys can see, like, immediately, Callan, you grab onto his arm. Now I need a strength check with you guys. Callan, Dragar, your arm is just...
Can I transform into my beast
what I just
form?
did.
Can I beast form and run up and just...
Okay, and then as your arm is literally broken, Dragar, you no longer have, like, any strength left. You're gonna actually go ahead and take...
14.
Ooh, another 5 points off of your strength.
14.
Dang, and with that, as it like moves forward, now you're like like this. As you guys just keep pushing,
Azalin.
you guys beat Azalin barely.
God, I've been rolling like fucking shit.
Dragar, what's your strength at?
Shit. 11.
You have a +0 to your strength now. Dragar, you guys look over at Dragar. Dragar's just in absolute fucking pain. His arm is popped out of his shoulder and his elbow is busted. Dragar's just like, and he's like, looks like he's gaunt in the face, and he just does not look good. That's when the skeletal face of Azalin. What do you think you're doing here anyway, barbarian? What you plan down here? Do you think I'm foolish? Do you think I'm foolish? And with that, the door splits. What do you say?
I think you're gonna die screaming.
Callan mumbles underneath his breath. He's like, he's definitely not Conan.
As the door splits
Does anyone
open.
have that healing potion? Because I'm thinking we should
Keep asking if we have these potions.
Yeah, you're right. Conan could turn into a freaking alligator.
He gave it to you.
I
He
have.
gave you something.
Like,
Y'all keep bringing you back to life, my boy.
you keep doing it, you're gonna die.
We need to rest somewhere. We can't give you all our items.
Yeah,
I don't have any more stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why you're complaining.
I've got
All
gold.
of our priests are gone.
I want to get one to
Yeah.
fix your elbow.
He's the only one who can heal you magically. It's him.
I'll give you gold. Will that make you feel better?
Jake can heal you magically. You can buy a
That's
potion with it.
all I got, man. Gold. We haven't stopped at a store for...
Shut this cute.
Don't look at that.
It's not there.
That was fucking horrible rolling.
Strength is gone.
No, it literally is. Like, the only thing that's gonna save me now is rolls of advantage. And that didn't do shit against this because it kept rolling like shit.
I wanted to transform into my beast form
ripped through his
19,
hand.
and then I lost all my.
You would have like ripped through his hand into like the
Oh.
other hand.
No, like he's the palm.
Yeah. I know. Just
Dragar,
saying, like, got
you
your
feel
hands.
horrendous.
No, it's
Yeah.
palm.
Your strength is depleted. You literally look like, remember that scene from Hercules where he's like all
that's
drained?
Yep.
Like literally, that's literally how Dragar looks. He's all gaunt, and is like he exactly can barely stand up. And I actually need a Constitution saving throw from you, as you just you feel really sick all of a sudden, and you feel like you might throw up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you guys just hear Dragar just
Oh, man.
vomits this black
You're not looking
liquor.
so good, buddy.
This disgusting black liquid comes pouring out of Dragar's throat at an ungodly amount, and it's
Put some in a
disgusting.
vial.
You guys see Percy run up and scoop it up in a vial a little bit, and he's just like pops it.
Experiments.
All right.
Experiments.
The room ahead is lit by a blue flame. Do you continue
Yes.
Sure.
into the epithet
May as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
of the crypt of Azalin?
Yeah, why not?
There's no turning back from here.
I guess I'm going forward.
If there's no turning back, then duh. Wait, no.
You're still naked in the frickin' tomb.
I have
Fucking
shorts.
Trevor.
I'm
Well, if I can't turn back.
Herein lies a room of dark and terrible beauty. A dozen lamps in golden sconces hang from the ceiling and burn with a bluish fire, casting a cold shade of light over the entire room. The ceiling is depthless, black, and speckled with stars that sparkle, and a comet slowly paces its way across the canopy of night. The walls are bone white, polished, and have been carved with a depiction of horrible executions. The expressions on the victims' face are so real that they seem to turn and look toward their impending doom. A lush carpet covers the floor, dyed-in designs that baffle the eye and make the viewer dizzy. A rank incense hangs in the air, not rotten like corpses, but heady and sickening, like death itself. A cold feeling washes over you as you see a form on the other side of the room.
No, guys.
To inhale the cold air is to breathe doom, to feel the cold touch of the Grim Reaper on your shoulder. Within the room, Azalin sits upon a throne of melded bones made of skulls, leg bones of humans. He sits there with his beard, his crown, and he lays limp on the chair.
Guys, I can't. I'm sorry.
Can I rip up some of the rug to wear as like a cloak?
You'll have to enter.
Guys, I can't.
Well, you better run away, little man.
I'm sorry. I
Well,
can't do this.
Okay.
you gotta do what you gotta do, little man. But
I walk right in.
I don't think we can turn back, as it
I
were.
walk right in.
I turn back and start running back.
Okay.
There's nowhere to go, little man. And he starts going.
Okay, Trevor, you run backwards
Trevor.
into the empty room, and as you do, the door shuts right in front of you.
Stuck.
As you get right about here, Trevor, you guys see Trevor just wailing on the door, tears streaming down his face.
Well, like I'm scared too, buddy. But that's not the way to do it.
I mean, I'm kind of at the point of death already, so I'm just kind of pissed off.
As you
If I
turn,
take one hit from Azalin,
as you
Maybe just stay
turn,
back.
as you turn back around to your group of friends, fear in everyone's eyes.
Okay,
What do you do?
you got this, man. The coward will come.
I will move forward to where Azalin
Wait till you have a plan.
is sitting.
Dragar already walked in.
All right, bye. You already went.
What do you guys do?
I watch him go, and I'm like, wow, he's pretty brave. We didn't even have a plan.
Weekly Dragar.
Okay.
We cut to Dragar.
Bye, you.
Dragar, you're weak. Feel drained. He's about 30 feet down into this room.
Does he say anything to me? Does he see me?
He lays motionlessly in his chair.
I turn back to the group. I was cautiously walking back and making sure he doesn't say nothing.
He lays still. Does not breathe.
His spirit's not in his body right now. We can move forward, but he might reanimate. I don't know what else to do.
This dude already did.
I was like,
He already Wing Chun.
yeah, I already went forward.
Remember?
As you guys all approach, do you guys all approach?
Oh, I watched him go in.
Okay.
I was like, oh, he's brave. He didn't have a plan.
Okay, Dragar, you like turn back around and Callan is walking right in, he's following you. You see the other two. Trevor and tears in his eyes. He's panicking visibly.
I pull out my book that I just got.
And Percy is actually sitting over there studying his book.
What's that? I mean, the book I literally just acquired from the room. Like that was for like what? Can I try and like quickly? It's like, can I roll to see how quick I can like maybe ascertain what's in this thing?
Yes.
Okay.
At the same time, can I see what else is around the room other than Azalin sitting on his throne?
You don't need to roll, sir.
Well, you said it.
You don't need to roll them. I'm just trying to find it.
Okay. Specifically, can I roll? You see how we read this stuff? Easy. Yeah. All of them? No, all of them.
Okay.
All of them?
As you flip through this ancient
Maybe.
book, some burned, some pages so stuck together that you dismiss them lost to time. The book, one second.
Okay, sorry.
The book is dusted, filled with dust. As you open it, it smells
Gross.
actually very gross. You can feel that this is definitely some sort of spell book that was once a wizard's spell book. As you're like flipping through it, mostly illegible runes of an ancient language long past.
Can I try to decide?
As you sit there and read it, you can't really make it. Doesn't make sense to you. You can tell that they're spells, but the way the wording is, it doesn't make any sense. You know that you have to attune to this item.
I just had the other weirdest idea. So never mind. I was like, can I
What are you trying?
cut my hand and with the blood soak it on the damaged book and then try to attune my spirit to it? I guess that's what I was thinking. But
Is that how you want to flavor your attunement? To
there it
make
is.
instant?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Damn.
I was like,
Okay,
yes.
Percy.
That was literally my idea of how I was gonna fix
You
it.
pull out your knife,
I was like, maybe it'll take that.
and when you cut your hand, a black blood pools out of it onto the book. And as you attune to this book, this was actually the spell book of Azalin. It's no longer useful as a spell book. He lost his powers as a wizard aeons ago. What it does now is you can tell that it is called the Tome of the Stilled Tongue. Tongue.
Oh, tongue.
And as you're flipping through it, on the very back of the book, you feel your hand was holding something kind of moist and nasty. And you like flip the book over to the back, and there's just a tongue, a long purple pointy tongue nailed onto the back of this book as it like kind of hangs there, and it's still moist and it still produces saliva. It's very weird.
The tongue of Azalin.
This tome can have 4. Actually, go ahead and roll 1d4.
Get 4, James. How can it settle with what? Lies. 4. See, you told you. Don't worry.
So you can cast 4 spells into this book,
Yeah.
and it can make it to where you can cast them at will. It like stores the spells in this book.
Will?
Yes, at will.
Any
You can-
level?
Any level that you can
Is
do.
it permanent that I put in there?
You can change them out.
Alternate.
Okay.
Right now, it's already preloaded with 2 spells, so there's only 2 slots available.
Yeah.
The first one is Wall of Fire, and it produces a blue flame.
Right. Well,
And the second spell is attuned with Fly. this is that you must read the spell in whatever language the tongue that is nailed onto the book spoke in life.
Okay.
And you know that this tongue is an abyssal tongue,
Well, then
which is why you're able to understand it.
okay. Then,
So every time you're using this book, you have to speak in abyssal, otherwise the magic
Sure.
doesn't work.
okay.
That's the book.
Tone of the still tongue.
Is there anything else in the room here other than Azalin on the
Okay,
front?
don't pick something up, break stuff. Don't go dimension door. That's already.
Okay. As you guys walk in, Callan
Huh?
and Dragar and Percy and Trefor, you guys are at the bottom of the little staircase leading up. You guys can hear a muffled voice as those two enter the room. As you approach the throne of bones, you hear, "Yes, yes, it's me this time. Oh no, put your weapons down. You'd be dead already if it were my wish. So don't waste my time with foolish heroism."
No, you just crank it off. I'm thinking others suffer. You damn bones. You had fun watching us suffer your little maze. Oh hell.
With bones cracking, Azalin sits up and puts his hands in front of his face and kind of leans forward. "Do you think I do not have eyes on you at all moments, Dragar?"
I think I was damned, regardless of what you did to me when I died. If I could take it back, I would have gone to hell and dragged you with me.
All of a sudden you guys see Azalin he like looks up slowly and his cold dead eyes look past Callan and Dragar directly at the Dukat.
To who? Oh, the kid.
"It was foolish of you to believe you could not take part in the Great Conjunction, though I must applaud you.
What? What do you want?
I simply want to thank you
For what?
for breaking the mists of Ravenloft.
What are you talking
The prophecy, young one.
about? What prophecy?
There's so many. There's only one.
Nice. Let's get it good.
Come closer. You feel levitation as Azalin lifts up his hand. And
jeez.
you can see that Azalin, that Trefor, like starts getting picked up. Do you resist it or do you just let it happen?
Cast telekinesis on the boy.
No.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
So you just like start fighting it off? Dang, as you guys see, Trefor is starting to lift up and you can just see Percy. What do you do?
Telekinesis, I start pulling him back towards me.
As you guys just like see
Off
like
to the side. I was like trying to out of line of sight it.
as you like rip him apart, you feel very little resistance.
Okay.
Apart from
Yeah,
the
yeah. I was like, no, no,
feel
no.
very little resistance.
I was like, no, 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 no,
Feel
no.
very little resistance coming from Azalin as he quickly drops the levitation.
Yeah, because I got his tongue, son.
And what do? You move him over to the side.
Yeah, and now I cast fly because I can do that shit at will. And I fly in the room right up to him. You know? I'm like, just leave my friends alone!
A
Jesus!
smile cracks across his face.
I cast Wall of Fire with the blue flame on him, simultaneously flying up to his face, taking the tongue and jamming it in his face, and casting.
Okay, so as you guys see Percy run up and like pull off this fucking tongue.
Liar!
And you like and as soon as you pull off the tongue, all of the spells are broken in the book.
No way. All the way?
It only works if the tongue is in the book.
But I still have the tongue.
Correct.
Okay.
And you feel this as soon as you pull off the tongue.
I was like,
and at that very moment,
You stop
you just get boom! You just get blasted back by an eldritch blast. Percy goes flying back into
Still
the
have the
doors. Into the door. You smash up against the wall. You're gonna go ahead and just take
Okay.
5 damage as you Percy like falls down and grabs onto the tongue, this nasty tongue, and jams it back in the book, and then all of a sudden this blue light ignites the book back up.
Yeah, okay. Lesson learned.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought maybe it was his tongue. Oh.
Please don't kill us.
I'm just like knocked down with that.
What do you want, Lich? You dragged me down here. You took my strength. You left me looking almost like you. You've left us at death. We fought your monsters, your dungeon, your riddles, your puzzles, your fucking prophecy. What do you want?
He wants me, Dragar.
I want to escape this damn realm.
You said you want to leave, Azalin?
And thanks to you, young Dugar. You're like speaking around the corner.
Kellen tells
I
Petalwick
walk in.
Trevor walks in. Kellen, what do you say?
I tell Petalwick to come up right behind me, bend down, and then I'm going to sit on top of him like a chair, cross my legs, and start smoking a pipe.
During the very serious moment.
Yes.
Azalin snaps his fingers, and your pipe extinguishes.
Yeah.
And ash falls onto your knee. As Azalin cracks a smile, a toothy smile. Your ultimate goal is to destroy Strahd von Zarovich.
How am
Am I inaccurate in this statement?
Yeah, you just made us.
How am I supposed to beat him?
It's a good question.
I don't have any powers.
You're kind of a werewolf, buddy.
I don't know what to do.
You have psychic abilities and you can cause curses. You can figure it out if you stop panicking.
I don't know how
We're
to do
trying-
any of that.
Well, then you're gonna have to work at it. What is your ambition? If he broke the realms for you to leave yours to come here, why can't you just leave this realm? What binds you here?
Maybe
still?
something that can help him harness his powers. Maybe some sort of montage. Power boost.
Azalin,
Just living. He's already done the bidding of the dark powers.
Oh, jeez, I thought we were doing the opposite.
So we've been damned since we fucking came here. As I just throw some thing, smash my axe right into the ground.
everyone stop.
I'm just sitting on Petalwick.
What do you want, Azalin?
What are you saying?
There's only been one Dark Lord to escape the Dread Realms before. He went by the name Varagoth. Powerful. Some say more powerful than the dark powers themselves.
Gosh, more scary stuff?
Yes.
Hey.
I've studied this man. This being of complete vagueness. No one knows his true race, his true powers. All I know is he once escaped the realms. He escaped into the very realm you came from, Faerun.
I didn't come from Faerun. I was born here. My mother threw me out. I was saved.
Though you were born in this dreaded place,
So you were always.
And
you lived in Faerun with your friend Kyle, correct?
I was killed by the devil's straw.
Well, how did Varagos escape the realm?
It said he obtained so much power that the dark powers felt it to be better fit for him to be everyone's enemy.
If I escaped,
So they released him.
if I was able to escape when I was just a young kid, if I was able to escape when I was a baby, then what does that mean for me? Does that mean I can escape too?
Have you tried?
I don't want to.
It's not that simple, young Tukar. Azalin lifts his hands and a portal summons to his right. The Great Conjunction breaks the walls of Ravenloft, but not
The walls of
the walls of the Plains of Dread. Basically,
with that of Ash. Even his brides, I was able to tear into their flesh. Even the spawn, I was able to tear into their flesh. But him, it was like hitting flesh and turned to smoke.
Let's just say the heart is not always found in the chest.
More fucking riddles.
Wait, the red glowing beam in his tower. Is that what I think it is? Is that his heart?
No one knows, Dukar. No one knows.
Azalin, help us defeat Strahd, and we'll help you find.
It's not that easy.
Well, then ultimately, if you want to defeat Strahd,
I will have to regain my full power.
in this case, we are allies.
I guess so.
Do you know the one weakness to the devil, Strahd?
Find his heart.
Women.
Yes, but there is an item.
Yeah.
His heart?
In the portal,
Sunlight!
in the portal, you guys see a vision. And in this vision is the very moment that Percy was holding his bag and Doru came up from behind him and bit him on the neck and then threw his fucking bag. And you guys see the bag flying through the air.
Like this.
And then, no, it's just happening in the portal. It's happening in the past.
It's in
What?
It's just, he's showing you a vision of what happened in the past.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the bag goes flying up and crashes, and a bunch of, remember, dead bodies and shit came flying out. The werewolf rolled out, and all of a sudden this cling, 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 this golden symbol
Yeah. Yeah, Ravenkind.
of Ravenkind.
Right.
Also, you guys see something. Go ahead and roll a perception check, all of you.
Do I need to roll it? Because it's my own
Yes.
shit? Okay.
Wait.
Well, you don't have to.
James, can I use one of my
You
predicts?
know what happened.
Jesus.
You don't have a predict. You haven't rolled your prediction dices yet, so we'll do that at the session. Remember what happened last time when you did that?
Wasted it.
And you died. So is that a bad? is
Save
that-
it.
You haven't even rolled those, so you can't use those numbers. We'll do it at break, okay?
Or I rolled shit.
Count.
I rolled a 3.
So it didn't help.
Total is 11.
Okay, you guys can see the back of Percy run over and pick something up, but you don't see what it is. At this very moment, you guys see Strahd reach down and grab the holy symbol with a claw and put it in his coat pocket. And Azalin goes, "This!"
I didn't pocket it?
No, Strahd pocketed it. Stole it from you.
Yes, Dora took it. Yeah.
This is the moment where you doomed your quest.
Oh, shit.
It's okay, I've been thinking of this. There's one way for us to get the holy symbol. Have you heard of astral projection?
No.
What is this?
In my journeys,
That's Jedi.
I figured out how to project my soul to places into the past that I have been.
Azalin,
Could you send one of us to get it?
send me.
You can't fail in this. You realize that.
Azalin reaches out his hand and begins muttering to himself. As a bright light of flash comes out of his hand, and he launches it towards all of you guys as this wave of energy. It turns everything negative. Like you know, whenever it's all like black and white, it's all just black and white, and all of a sudden time has paused.
Yeah.
And Azalin stands up, and all of you guys feel a spiritual pull on you, much stronger than the grasp of the death that you felt by the horseman. You all feel yourselves being spiritually pulled into a dark void as darkness takes over.
Is it black and white?
Yeah, everything's just black and white. You guys are just falling in this giant blackness
Who was it though?
of blackness. As you guys fall in, an echoed voice of Azalin says,
Think of me as you take possession of another body. To do so is to experience the existence of a lich. Lich. Didn't I banish your ass?
all of a sudden the wind picks up and starts blowing heavily and heavily as you guys all find yourselves in a snowstorm. You guys are about ankle deep in snow, and you guys find a huge battlefield in front of you.
Kind of like right back where we started.
It's dawn when you regain control of your senses. You rest upon ground stained with the blood of countless battles, torn and muddied by the feet of hundreds of soldiers. As far as the eye can see, the fields are covered with campfires, and soldiers move like swarms of black ants, preparing for another day of bloody combat and death. Nearby on a hill, a grand tent is pitched, and sturdy guards stand at attention all around it. Above the canvas, a thick, unnaturally black cloud hangs, occasionally lit by its own sparks of lightning, billowing around this tent that catches your eye. As you all come to, you look around, and you guys are all in guard uniform, and you guys all have different look up your faces. You guys look at each other, and you guys are all in completely different bodies you've never seen. You guys, Dragar, you guys have this mustache. Trevor, you have this super long blonde hair that wraps up into your helmet. You guys all have just a standard sword and shield, and you guys have Imperial armor on. What do you guys do? No, you're literally just a human, a regular human.
God, sir.
You guys see one guard walk up, and it's Percy. You guys can look over and recognize each other that you are sort of souls. Just walk up. The guard.
Halt, soldier! What dare you do? Told you to go back to your camp hours ago.
He stands at attention, and in your guys' voice, in your guys' head, you hear,
Find the holy symbol of mankind, and I can get you out of there. Let's get past this guard first.
I heard
and then you guys link to him. Hey, I'm talking to you! And he pushes you, Dragar.
we heard that there was a risk of an attack on the camp. We were told to reschedule back to the storm. We barely made it out last night.
He gives you a questioning look, looks at all of you. Roll persuasion.
I raise my hand and go, I fucked up my tent and blew away the store, machinery, and resupply, and talked to the guy in charge.
What's your persuasion?
I roll 8.
13
Yes.
Then, Dragar, you standing there, you just start you bring it over to the body, and then he looks over and count 18. And he said,
So you need to speak to the general now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
he stands to the side as you guys walk in. Inside the tent, Strahd stands behind a large table with several advisors, including a hooded Azalin, which you just now make eye contact with.
Is he,
Lich? Yeah, he's has a hood over, and there's a table in the center of the tent. And Strahd is standing on your side of the table, and there's 3 advisors sitting at the table. All over the table, there's just battle plans and different pieces that are all over Barovia. It's a battle plan. Strahd is standing and looking towards the is like standing inside that black cloud, that like streaks with electricity, and the jackal.
Sign the book of keeping. Strahd lich, and Barovia is yours.
And right at that urinal, you like see as you guys, it's like all happening as you guys walk to the tent. Strahd grabs the book and signs it. But your presence distracts the Yugoslav.
Who is this intruder?
Man,
A spy? Treachery! Treachery!
as he stands up and like a bolt of electricity starts cackling off of him. As like there's like remember there's like this energy around the Yugoslav who's like walking in this magic circle.
It's treachery!
He's looking at you as the Yugoslav just starts scratching at this. That thing Strahd like stands and looks towards you. As like Strahd turns and looks towards you, he says, "I do not know who you are, soldier, but be gone! Get out of here!" What do you guys do? Yeah, he's looking right at you. He says, "Get out of here!" And right at the very moment, Strahd turns and slices and pulls out his sword. "He said you God! Help me, actually!" And like, and then he like jump charge towards. And you guys just see, no, he's like running towards the Yugoslav. As all of a sudden, just this burst of energy just explodes. It's like glass shatters everywhere. And Strahd like jumps up and like slashes at this Yugoslav. But the Yugoslav just backs away. Strahd goes flying into the fucking table. And all of a sudden, you see this ding, 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 with that holy symbol of right behind.
I run in, I slide.
As you guys run up,
Snatching.
Strahd doesn't even notice as Dragar, you run over and you grab the holy symbol right hand. Strahd stands up and jumps up and stabs in here right in the fucking eye, and he's like, "Ah!" and starts screaming like that. His tongue slithering all over the face, and then here it just goes like this, and like all of the cloud, the electrical cloud, just covers over Strahd and Inhira. And as the cloud fades, Strahd's just standing there with a bloodied sword as he turns towards you. "God damn it!" And he runs towards you and just stabs you right in the fucking in the chest. And you just like die right then and there. And then he just butchers the rest of you guys with a mad fury right in front of you.
We either just got the symbol, or you just made it. We had it, and now we did.
Yeah, but if we died, how did we?
I think that was Azalin's little trick. Like as soon as our souls touched it, I think he made like a soul connection to the object. So Azalin's like,
Okay.
I'm assuming we just didn't actually just die. That's what projection is, a tricky bitch. And he did say he would treat us like that of a lich.
You arrive back in Azalin's lair and feel as though you haven't been gone a moment. The only difference is Dragar now holds the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
What the hell happened there, Azalin? What the hell was that? As I hold where I just got stabbed in the heart and notice the wound's not there. It's like,
Not there.
It's like, what the hell was that? Was that Inahira? What was that damn book all about? Explain!
I was there that day, 500 years ago. That was a bloody battle. Strahd was very wounded that day,
He was human.
but yes, he signed the contract that forever damned his soul.
But the contract was stopped. He fought. We interrupted, and then the fight was made. He stabbed the beast and then tried to kill us and killed us afterwards.
The pact was made, and on that very night, Strahd destroyed the Turks with the newfound power from Inahira.
Did we turn on the fan? Yeah.
Someone's getting cold over there.
Sorry,
What's
so
that bug, buddy? I have a burger in my ankle.
yeah, just one second. Yeah, good to go ahead.
Oh, quick break. Oh, it's right, but it's a break.
You want to do after this little scene? Yeah. The Lich sits on his throne with his head bowed in exhaustion. And he doesn't move.
I walk towards him just a little bit. As I still hold the symbol. So this is what can kill him. This is what will finish the Strahd.
But now that you've taken it from the past, he's aware of what we've done here tonight.
change history in this country for the better or the worse by doing that, Azalin. Not that any of this damned place matters.
I say Azalin. I walk up to Azalin and I say, Azalin, is there a way you could teach me how to get back to my full strength? Or teach me to get to full strength? Ever?
What do you mean full strength?
You're at your full strength, kiddo. You need to just realize that for yourself.
But to defeat Strahd, you'll have to be much more powerful than you are.
That's why I'm asking you to help me.
I think what he's trying to say, Trevor, is that you have to figure out your power for yourself. As I walk up to Lich, what about me? Are you going to leave me as this gaunt thing to fight the future battles, or are you going to return my strength? You already damned me. I can't get your thing off me. I'm pretty sure you eat my fucking soul when I die. So before I do, let me kill everything in the process and save my group and this realm if I can from that damn lich and free us. But until then, vampire. Until then, give me my strength back. As I all fall to a knee, finally almost getting exhausted just because I'm just trying to carry my weak ass around.
I gave you power and life. And this is how my champion repays me.
Pays you. As I stand back up. I did more to that vampire in the last few months we've been in this country than you've done in the centuries you fought with him.
I punched Rigo in the back of the head and I'm like, dude, he's trying to help us.
As I backhand him to the ground, he wasn't expecting me to.
Dude, you have absolutely no strength.
You're not. Who cares? Somebody backhands you to the face, and you're at like 5 health. So.
Alright, after bitch slapping each other, Azalin starts to stand up weakly.
If we have any chance of defeating Strahd and escaping, we'll need to break that pact he made with Inahira. His soul cannot be broken without the book intact. With the book intact.
Where's the book?
I do not know.
Does
Azalin.
the hero still have it?
It's his book. So assuming so,
Do you know where Inahira is?
I do not. You have to find it yourself.
Azalin, since he's like standing up weakly, I run up and give him my long sword, my great sword, to help him like walk since he's weak.
You hold out a great sword to him, and Azalin looks at you questioningly for a minute,
To help you walk.
and touches the great sword, grabs it, and all of the weight just drops to the ground as the sword clang, 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 clang.
Apparently you're too weak to hold a sword, so
As I.
You've done all you could, young Drake Jakar.
As he like lifts up his hand like this and starts levitating Trevor. Azalin rises with him. Trevor shudders violently in Azalin's grasp, unable to scream. His skin begins to dry and tighten over his bones, cracking and then peeling away. His hands, hanging limp, shrink to skeletal claws.
Yeah.
Azalin's bones crack and break into pieces in unison. Then both the skeletal forms of Azalin and Trevor crumble to dust. Right before your very eyes. Everything besides Azalin's skull.
Someone died again?
Azalin's mouth barely mutters.
Fine. Then I'll take you with me.
Azalin's voice softens as he speaks until the skull crumbles before you.
As I smash the remaining parts of the skull.
And as you smash all of the bone dust, blows off in a little bit of a gust of wind. Trevor, I need a wisdom save.
Did he turn to dust?
19.
Trevor, you're laying there and you see your body literally float off and roll down a little bit from a gust of wind, but you can still feel yourself laying there. What do? As you just see Dragar, no! And slam his axe into the ground, making a clang!
Wait, is it my spirit?
What do?
I yelled, Dragon.
You hear this.
Oh, what the hell? Are you dead?
Alive. I don't know.
As soon as you stand up, the illusion fades, and Trevor stands before your very eyes.
And I look at him and I think it's funny.
There's an illusion.
I love how your guys' reaction to somebody dying is, so something stuck?
Well, because you've done it a couple of times. You did it with the scarabs. You did
I
it
did,
this, that, and it's
did.
always an illusion. So it's like, wow,
James,
an illusion.
I wasn't even sad or nothing. And then as soon as you said that, James, I'm like, Dragon.
You guys now stand in an empty crypt. What do you do?
I don't know how the fuck we got out of
Is
here.
Azalin with me?
I hold on to the
No, he turned-
holy
he
symbol
turned to
of
dust?
Ravenkind.
We both did.
No, you didn't, but he did.
So it's an illusion.
No.
James,
What?
Part of
I
it was-
immediately started tuning to the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Right of it now. As soon as you guys turn, the door shuts behind you,
Oh, that was alright.
and the portal begins to sparkle and cackle with electricity
And a hero.
as a foot steps out. An iron warrior clad in armor steps through the portal. And stands before you. He has a giant axe, greatsword, at his side. And in his eyes, you can see nothing but dark energy as he stares, unbreathing, right before your very eyes.
Yeah.
As that's where we're going to take our first break.